Hi guys, what's up? And it's time for the first Buzzwordathon reading vlog. So I thought doing monthly reading vlogs for my yearly readathons would be a great idea just to share with you guys. Reading vlogs, for one, where I'm actually reading, and second, just to share with you a couple of books that I'll be reading each month. And yeah, I like readathons, but I'm really bad at like weekly readathons or monthly readathons. So these year-long ones are probably going to be my best bet, and I'm really excited to take part in them. I'm doing Buzzwordathon, obviously, and then TBR Knockout, which I will leave the reading vlog up above. Buzzwordathon is a readathon that was created by Books and La, I will leave her channel below, and also the intro video for this year. So I have kept my eye out for it just because a lot of people participate in it in the community, and I wanted to see what it was all about. So basically this month's buzzword is dream, and I don't have very many books with dream in it. And I have been wanting to read this book. I did have to get it from the library because I was supposed to get it for Christmas, but then I couldn't go to my aunt's because there was a COVID situation, so we didn't want to risk anything, so we just never ended up going there for Christmas, and so I just had to get it from the library, which is fine. And it is Dreamland Burning by Jennifer Latham. This is a book that I've been interested in for a couple of months now. I kept hearing about it last year, and I don't know the reviews of it. I guess I could just look on Goodreads, but I really don't know the reviews of it. I know that it's a multi-perspective between timelines. This takes place in the timelines of the present and in the 1920s during the race riots, I think. Yeah, during the Tulsa race riots, Tulsa, Oklahoma, and that's pretty much all I know. I think it's going to be interesting. I really don't know what's actually going to happen in this book. I think I'm going to like it though. I do really love books that are multi-perspective and multi-timelines. So yeah, the only person that I've heard that like kind of reviewed it was Haley in Bookland. She said that she really enjoyed it, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, I don't know what to think about this, but I just needed to film this intro, and yeah, I will let the reading vlog speak for itself. Okay, time for a check-in about Dreamland Burning. Okay, so I'm like 136 pages in, and I don't know how to feel about it. It's kind of what I expected, kind of not. The writing's a little bit off for me. I'm not really connecting with William, which is back in 1921. There's Rowan, which is present day, and then William is back in 1921. So I'm not really connecting with him. I find his story kind of boring, but I think that it'll pick up. I'm still on part 1, so I guess it'll pick up in part 2 maybe. His portion. I do like Rowan's. The writing again is a little bit weird for me. It seems a bit middle grade, but I'm not hating it. So yeah, I'm just not loving it like I expected to. So I wanted to update you guys. I finished, I'm probably going to continue reading. I finished more than what I was supposed to today. And I'm just shook with what just happened. Like, I was not expecting it. Everything happened so fast, and I don't even know what to think anymore. I'm so stressed. I really am not enjoying William's part, although it is starting to get more interesting because it's about to be the Tulsa riot that happens. But William's just not a likable character. I'm not a huge fan of him. His best friend, Cleet, terrible human being. Like, his name is Cletus. He's going to be a terrible human being, but I really hate him. I also hate Vernon Fish, which, if you've read this book, obviously, for obvious reasons. But yeah. I really love Rowan's point of view. It's obviously set in present day, so that works better for me and what I like in books anyway. But oh my god. I can't believe what just happened. Like, I didn't expect that to happen at all. I really did not. And now I need to know what happens, but now it's switching back to William's point of view. And I just want to know what happened with Rowan. I'm probably going to continue reading. As I said in the last clip, I did end up tabbing it to the pages that I need to get to be able to finish it by Thursday. But hopefully, me reading more of this today will allow me to finish it either early Thursday or on Wednesday or tomorrow. So hopefully that's what happens. But yeah, I am just shook. I am probably not being too coherent right now. Obviously, my thoughts will be a lot better once I finish the book and then I review it for you guys. But right now, I don't even know what to think. I'm just in utter shock. Okay, so I finished Dreamland Burning last night. That's why I didn't update you guys, because I was trying to finish it just because it got very interesting and I needed to know what was going to happen. Okay, so I ended up giving this book 4 stars, but for most of it, it was a 3-star. But whenever shit started hitting the fan, I was just so immersed into these 2 different worlds that seem kind of similar in the way that race is talked about. So basically, this book is based in 2 timelines, one in 1921 with William, and one in the present time with Rowan. In 1921, there was a race riot in Tulsa, Oklahoma, which I was unaware of. So just for like the historical part of it, I think this book is very necessary because I never learned about any type of history that dealt with any race riots. Really, it really just was about the white man. So I would recommend this book just for the historical part, but also I feel like this is a very important read just because the conversations that are had in it. If we're looking at Rowan's point of view, I find the fact that she's biracial, a white dad and a black mom, her feelings towards the world and how the world sees her is very interesting. And then she has a friend named James. He is black, but he is poor. Rowan is actually pretty rich, and he is also asexual, which is talked quite a bit about in the first little part of the book. But then it's just like part of him, which I really liked. It's not something that they have to talk about all the time. And so that was interesting because I didn't realize that there was an asexual character in this. And then if we go over to William, William is also biracial. He has a white father and a Native American mother. And that whole plot line talking about how the family has money and how the family came to be, I guess, is very interesting as well. So I like that there's 2 different types of biracial characters in this book, and also the asexual character. What else can I say about this book? I think you just kind of have to read it because all the stuff that goes on in it, I can't really reveal to you too much about the plot because the plot is crazy. It takes a lot of turns. I just think the main point of this book is to see that present day and the past in 1921 is not so different when it comes to race. There's still a lot of white supremacy. I mean, if you if you live anywhere in the world, you saw that America has a lot of it. And there's still white supremacists, there's still a lot of racism that goes on. I think that this is a great book. It is written by a white woman, but I'm wondering if she's biracial now, because how she wrote these characters, it's like, okay, I think that she might be biracial. And I think you also get a look into self-hatred as well, because there is a character in here that does not want to be who they are, and kind of goes crazy over it. Not kind of, they do get crazy over it. So yeah, I guess like internalized, I don't want to give it away, but like internalized misogyny or racism is inside of one of these people, and it's interesting to see how that person reacts. I'm glad I read this book. It's not what I was expecting. The writing is quite middle grade-ish, I'm not gonna lie. I think this is supposed to be YA, but it comes off a little younger than YA. So there is that. The writing's fine, but it just really is very middle grade-ish. I could look over it as the story became more interesting, but the first half of it, I was just like, I'm not a huge fan. There are some really profound moments in this book, but for the most part it is pretty middle grade writing, which if you like that, that's great. If you like YA, I think you might still like this. It's a super easy read, so there's that. If you're looking for a book that will give you a little bit of a history lesson, or a book that has good conversations about being biracial, being asexual, then I would totally read this. It also has really good conversations about being black, even though the author isn't black, so I don't know how to feel about that. But they are good conversations. I mean, they're pretty basic conversations. It doesn't really delve into the deepness that I would have liked, but considering that she is white or biracial, then there's that. But yeah, so that was my January Buzzwordathon book, and I'm so glad to be done, because now I don't have to stress about finishing these books in the month. But yeah, if you want to continue seeing my reading vlog / review-ish videos of my TBR knockout or my Buzzwordathon, subscribe. Like this video if you liked it, and I hope to see you in the next video.